Hey everyone, welcome back to your My Ninja Academy. Today we are going to be going through the time skip in Boruto. If you would like to see more about Naruto in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our Ninja Academy. As you all know, Boruto takes place after the events of Naruto, being a second generation of the Leaf Village, in which the story of Boruto, who follows his father's example and joins the Ninja Academy of the Hidden Leaf Village, is told. There, he becomes good friends with Sarada Uchiha, the daughter of Sasuke Uchiha, and Sakura Harino. In the anime, Boruto always hated his father, as he believed he gave more importance to his work than to his family. But Boruto finally understands and respects his father, makes new friends, and goes on adventures that continuously test him. To begin with, we need to understand that in the very first episode, Boruto appears to be fighting a very powerful opponent, showing some traces of an evolution and improvement after a long training. In addition, Konoha is in a totally destroyed state, and on the verge of chaos, so something big may have happened in this period of time. So we will need to establish a chronological order to get the possible period that we will consider as time skip. Something definitely happens. Orwamo, ninja, implies that I still am a ninja, even though Kawaki states, Jedi no ninja ga awata, Boruto, or the age of ninja is over. It is already implied in the on-screen fight between Boruto and Kawaki, which could be Jigen wearing a Kawaki costume. Boruto's personality is much more serious, less arrogant, and generally more mature. Something very, very bad must have happened to the Konoha world, which has been completely destroyed. Many people are dead. It's hard to believe that Sasuke and Naruto are still alive after having failed so badly. Boruto has a scar on his right eye, which is Jogen's eye. Something must have happened to have led to that scar. Someone could have understood the importance and would have tried to remove it, leaving a scar behind. Kishimoto has stated that he has no problem killing off main characters, and that Sasuke and Naruto are not the main focus of this new story. There will be a time jump, because in the first scene, both Kawaki and Boruto have matured, but they are against each other. However, I am not sure how it will play out from now on. But we see that Kawaki has his karma that he lost during Ishiki's reincarnation into Jigen, but Code has his defective karma. The next important thing is that Boruto fights for the shinobi cause, and Kawaki is the exact opposite. He has Sasuke's bandana, which means that Sasuke protected something important by passing his wishes on to Boruto. Whenever Boruto goes on missions or serious battles, he carries Sasuke's bandana. Even during the fight with Ishiki, he was wearing the same bandana as Sasuke. So a lot of things happen. It could be during the time skip. Let's hope and hope for the best. For sure, at the beginning of the series, Kawaki and Boruto were fighting as teenagers, so it only makes sense if there is a time skip. After that, don't read the answer if you don't want to read the manga. And I think the time skip is approaching in the manga. Probably the time skip will be about Kashin Koji training Boruto, or it'll start after Kawaki betrays the leaf. The first arc that is adapted from the manga is an epic confrontation in which Naruto and Sasuke unite against the Atsutsukis. I'll cover the main points to go to the main subject, the possibility of time skip. During Boruto's tuning exam arc, we are introduced to a villain who emerges at the end of the ceremony. This villain is called Urashiki, and he is also part of the Atsutsuki clan. Last time we saw Urashiki was during the fight against Gaara and Chojuro, during the Atsutsuki invasion of Konoha, when the villain disappeared suddenly. Since then, we have heard no news of his whereabouts, and he hasn't appeared in the manga since then, so we know that a new book will be released focusing on Denkei Namanorima, and that Urashiki will appear in it. After this book is released, the character will finally be able to make his return in the anime, and his first appearance in the manga. This is the only information that we have about Urashiki's return. As many already know, Kawaki also has a karma seal, which is received after killing someone from the Atsutsuki clan. However, we have no idea which member of the Atsutsuki clan Kawaki killed to receive his seal, and that is where Urashiki would come in. There is a possibility that Kawaki would face and defeat Urashiki, thus getting his karma seal. Another possibility is that Jigen, the leader of the Kara group, defeats Urashiki and lets Kawaki deliver the final blow to receive the karma seal, thus giving a reason of Urashiki's return, and ending the character arc while connecting the dots of Kawaki's mysterious story. I hope with time skip comes new possibilities and fighting style, because it lacks consistency when some characters are fighting. For example, see Sarada's fight and say Iwabi's fight. The difference is very big in terms of quality. I predict the anime will get dark pretty fast like the tension of the war, but this time it's all focused on Team 7, since the intro is suggesting that the leaf was destroyed. You'll remember that its premiere made big headlines and instant introduction of what seems to be the biggest villain so far. Konoha destroyed once again, and people couldn't wait to see the actual fight that turned Konoha into rubble. Not to mention that the pace the anime is going now, it's still a long ways off, given that Boruto is still young, and a new arc that wasn't even in the manga has debuted. So that raises the question of whether there will be a time jump to where Boruto was in the first episode. Without a time jump, it would take much longer for Kawaki to appear. Considering that Momoshiki isn't even close to attacking, and taking into account that there still will be tuning exams before that, then that means a lot of episodes. We've been waiting for Kawaki for a while, but it's not guaranteed that there won't be more arcs before then. Boruto has a long way to go, many other things to learn as well. Considering just these few facts, this could compile an entire series, as it could take many episodes. There will probably be a time jump in Boruto as well, as the series is mainly based off the older Boruto, who is in his teens at the time. So what we are watching now is more like a flashback to show us where Boruto was until his battle with Kawaki. This includes explaining how the world went from its peaceful times after the war to the point where Kawaki comes into existence. So I assume Boruto and maybe Kawaki as a villain would be like the only character for a long time. I had hope in the series when I started watching Boruto during episode 34. It was at the beginning of episode 200 since then. I personally think that the show got progressively better from episode 120 and on, around the Jiraiya arc. And we've had some great big fights with god-level animations all around. In the next few years, Boruto can finally be one of the top anime of today, if they handle the anime right and don't screw it up. I think the anime can make a No Man's Sky type of comeback. As for the next Hokage, to be honest, Konohamaru is not good enough for that yet, nor is he strong enough. My guess is that some character has his days numbered, occasioning something unprecedented to occur TimeSkip. Death is no stranger to Naruto, as his life was filled with many tragedies. The last death in Boruto may hit the 7th Hokage. Like Naruto, Boruto will probably have a time jump. In Naruto, the main reason was Jiraiya training Naruto because of the Akatsuki, while still investigating what the organization was doing. I think in Boruto to have something similar. The plot of the second part of the Naruto manga and anime, titled Boruto Shippuden, which literally means Hurricane Chronicles in the anime, and simply part 2 in the manga, was set 2.5 years after the actual timeline in part 1. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your favorite